It's something about Miss Bettie's spirit that's just so nasty to me. And I don't like saying that about older women, but she just has a nasty spirit. It's so hostile. Like, don't she give you always ready to nuck if you buck kind of energy? And it's like, whoa, all I did was say good morning. Like, I don't know, don't she seem like the kind of lady that always got an attitude or a stink face no matter what's going on?
Synquette man, the girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette man, the girl was heaven sent.
So y'all going crazy over this tweet on Twitter where I said I can see why Miss Bettie, sister, don't fool with her like that. Because Miss Bettie was really getting on my nerves on this part 3 of the reunion. Other than that, everything kind of went smoothly. It doesn't look like Tisha and Kiki mended their cousinly bond like I had hoped. But hey, we can always dream, right? But other than that, it was just also Mel calling Miss Bettie a demon. That was really funny to me. So I tweeted that. But let's see what everybody else had to say about Miss Big Headed Bettie. It's like, nah, let me start talking about her. That's a my mama. That's a my mama. So someone else said, Melody clearing Miss Bettie calmly and respectfully. Shame on you. Be an example. Grow up. This is why she's a queen of Huntsville and will always have first cheer, even if she doesn't have the most going on. Yeah, she is first lady of Huntsville. I remember I made a video about that. She just gives me those vibes. And oh, here's my other tweet. Mel calling Miss Bettie a demon is hilarious. I mean, it really was funny to me. Like, because she was just coming at Melody with such hostility. And it's just like, why? She should not have that animosity in her heart for Melody in that sense. It is giving jealousy. So someone called Miss Bettie a groupie. Someone else tweeted they could have sent Kimmy and Maurice with Betty and Junior. You know what? Because they were very quiet. They didn't have a lot going on this season other than Kimmy recovering from cancer and Maurice talking about their sex life, which was pretty cringe. So someone else said Betty was doing the most for TV. Yes, trying to have a moment. That's really what it was, but it just looked in bad taste. I'm sorry. If that was my mom, I wouldn't even want my mom to come if that's how she's going to be portrayed. And I feel like Stormy probably doesn't see it like that because she's like, that's her mom. She's like, my mom is just defending me. But if she would take a step back in the grand scheme of things and take herself out of it and look at the situation objectively, she would see that her mom is not coming off in the most appropriate way. I'll say, not trying to be judgmental, but it just doesn't look right. So someone else tweeted, why is Betty even there? She doesn't even go here. Oh yeah, from Mean Girls. Why is Betty so angry? What did Melanie actually do to her? Calm down, honey. That's what they use from Golden Girls. But that's how I feel too. I'm starting to think that did Miss Betty boyfriend or something like that try to talk to Melody? Like, where's the hostility coming from? It's quite confusing to me. Someone else tweeted, Miss Betty, go make up with your sister, man. Yeah, because she got all that going on. But it's something about Miss Betty's spirit that's just so nasty to me. And I don't like saying that about older women, but she just has a nasty spirit. It's so hostile. Like, don't she give you always ready to nuck if you buck kind of energy? And it's like, whoa, all I did was say good morning. Like, I don't know. Don't she seem like the kind of lady that always got an attitude or a stink face no matter what's going on? We're singing happy birthday in a joyous way, and she's the one that's like just in the corner. Child, it's too hot in here. Look at that cake. I don't know. She just gives me those vibes, and I'm not comfortable with it. I mean, I don't like it at all. So someone else said, Miss Betty, you're done for the evening. Bye. And take your daughter and her husband with you. Yeah, because it was just like Stormy couldn't control Miss Betty. Miss Betty couldn't control Miss Betty. Nobody could really get her to relax. And like I said in my other video, I don't even like how she said why. First of all, we wouldn't have a love and marriage Huntsville if it was not for Melody and Martell and their drama. So they can talk about their drama as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if other people feel the same way, but they can talk about what's going on because that is like the crust of the show. I speak for myself, enjoy watching their journey. Even though it's not the prettiest, even though it's not in a nice bow tie, I'm okay with that. So Miss Betty just trying to call out and say Melody's still talking about me she's been divorced from. It's because a lot of times I know, like, with these shows, we are watching it late. They probably done been recorded that reunion. So that's how come stuff be coming up that they still have to go back and address. So we're not watching the show in live time. Duh. See, you know what? Let me just keep on scrolling. Someone else said Betty's too old to be acting like a 3-year-old child. She's a delusional old A fan that has made disparaging comments about Mel and her kids since season 1. Oh my gosh, look at these hashtags. Someone said I can see why Lisa might not want any parts of Betty. I get it. Look at how she just acted on that stage. I can only imagine how she acts off camera. Just saying. I mean, I really get that vibe. Hmm, she's a piece of work. You know how people say that? That woman is a piece of work. I could just tell. And imagine how she was when she was young. Mm. And she has nothing. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know the ins and outs of her life, but looking at it, she has a successful daughter. Her daughter is married. Her daughter has she has a grandchild. Like, she has a lot of things to be grateful for that so many grandmoms, older women would love to have, and still she's not happy. That's why this is a prime example where you can have stuff, but if the inside isn't right, you'll still find something to be mad about. So you do have to live from the inside out and not the outside in, because from the outside it looks like she should be happy. She should have no beef with her sister. She should have no beef with Melody. Like, come on, you're on a TV show and this is how you want to be portrayed, coming at your daughter's friend or coworker. Come on now. I would want to be on the show as a fabulous grandma, drinking high tea and coming to Stormy's business and the warehouse, and I don't know, just being in that vein. That's how I would want to be portrayed. I would not want to be portrayed in this way of being a hound dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. I wouldn't want to be that way. Like, if I was her, that's not the character I would want to portray. If I had a choice, and they did. So someone else said, I don't blame Aunt Lisa. I wouldn't want to be there with Betty either. She is too mean. That's right. She did. Stop being that. It's like I could hear that in Mr. Brown's voice. Betty, no B. You mind your business. Ooh, 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 ooh. And it's like the fact that so many have y'all noticed that people, I never seen people even call Miss Wanda a B. Have y'all? This is my first time seeing people call her like so nasty and so rude and calling her B. I never seen nobody mom be called a B except for this lady. See, Stormy girl, I would have to take my mom. You're not gonna be on this next season if you're gonna come with this energy. I could not have my mom going out like this at all. Let me see. Someone else said things are still the same between Betty and her sister because she's still a D demon. Mel's a good person. Betty would have been all of everything ratchet on that panel. Someone said, Betty, mind your effing business. You got a whole A sister who want to pretend like she don't know you. Deal with that. Exactly. Exactly. You just met Mel. And that's how it seems like. Remember when Candy was like, you sat on the talking to Kim, you sat on the couch, you watched us like an effing fan. That's what Miss Betty is giving. She sat and watched it and wind up just deciding to pick that she was gonna hate Melody that. It's gang up on Shelby that. Remember that one from The Best Man? That is what it's giving me. She sat up there like a fan and decided to attack the queen. When she should have been on Melody's side. They're stronger together. All right, y'all. But that is the drama that unfolded on last night's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville Part 3 reunion show. Miss Betty was definitely the talk of the town. Yes, y'all, that's the end of my commentary, but stay tuned. I have a little razzle dazzle for you guys that are interested in writing your first book. I want to start doing one-on-one coaching. Someone actually went in and booked me for a coaching call, and I'm helping her set up her YouTube channel. So use the link in the description box below if you're ready to start your YouTube channel. I'll give you like little one-on-one help, things that I did. And also if you're interested in writing your first book. But here's a little clip of what you need to know, the truth behind writing your book before you get started. And then the full video will also be in the description box as well. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye. Okay, y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. The truth about writing a book that nobody tells you before you start writing your book. Or maybe you guys did hear this and I'm just repeating what you already know. But honestly, the writing a book part is the easy part. Yes, it's hard to believe that, right? It's hard to believe that staying up, writing thousands of words, thousands of pages, making sure it look pretty, hiring the editor, hiring the layout editor. That sounds complicated, right? No. The complicated part is after you're done. Being able to promote your book to an audience. Because if you're just a regular person with no influence, quote unquote, you have to sit up there and put yourself out there. You're not Oprah. You're not Jada. So your book isn't just going to sell based off of who you are. So you actually have to put your foot to ground and step on the ground. Ooh, bars. But honestly, you really do have to put yourself out there.
Synquette, man, that girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette, man, that girl was heaven sent.